this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovation. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
Greetings, one and all. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your brother. Thank you for the applause. I love all of you, other freaking people. Oh my God. I love you all. It's your brother King Simon right here on KSP TV. King Simon Presents. Oh, we got a special show for you. Got a special show for you. Now,
What's so interesting about this particular show on Tuesday, just want to remind every one of you beautiful people that we got things coming up. This is not my regular day, but this show would usually be hosted and would be introduced by this beautiful lady right here, the one, the only Sacred Woman Anusa. And we're introducing a thing called Conversations with Anusa. And it's starting today, but Anusa is under the weather. So I want to make sure that all of us send some love to Sister Anusa. Please send her some love. And if you want to hit her up on her IG and send her some love that way, please hit her up on IG. You can contact our dear beloved sister and host of this particular show, Sacred Woman Anusa, and to send some love energy via IG at Nubian_goddess. That's right. Send that love energy to our sister because we want to make sure she's up and well and doing what she got to do. But I'm one of those people that will fill in at a moment. I'm one of those Mr. Fix It type of people. So I'm fixing it up by actually coming in to fill in as a host with our beautiful sister. And tonight, the music ain't gonna be the same. It's just me, doing my thing. But when she comes on with her flavor and her energy, this sister is going to be on point, But tonight, we do have a beautiful sister that we're going to bring up momentarily. She'll be coming up at the 9 o'clock hour, so look out for that in the next 3 minutes. Just want to remind you, she is the founder of www.theselfcareboss. And she is also a sacred woman. So big up to all the things that she do. Her name is Elmira. Boy, I haven't heard that name in years. Elmira Loftin. Matter of fact, I know TJ Loftin. I wonder if they're related because TJ, he's a real estate mogul in California. So big up to TJ Loftin. But this sister name is Elmira Loftin. So, and he's Aquarius also, which is crazy. She's Aquarius he's born the same day I'm born, TJ. So it is what it is. So big up to that, and big up to TJ wherever he is. Tomorrow on my regular show, I have this dear brother coming up, Brother Trust. Those who don't know who Brother Trust is a esteemed elder in our community, a respectful elder, and he holds study groups and educational groups all over. He's been doing it over Zoom lately, but because of course what's been going on. But we're going to be speaking on the importance of research and critical thinking. He's one of those brothers, man, that break things down and drop the knowledge for you. You know what I'm saying? Wow, So it's interesting. And I'm very honored to have our sister, and we're going to be bringing her up momentarily. Let me just shout out a few more things that's coming up. Don't forget on Thursday. Oh yeah, I'm going to be on Billy Carson's show on Thursday, family. Woo, it's going to be heated. We coming with the mathematical vibe, spiritual power of numerology. I would have told them Numerovation because I am definitely the proprietor of that particular name. But we'll be on this coming Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Billy Carson and King Simon, myself, will be on Forbidden Knowledge TV on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to his channel. And then it will be on his network also. So he'll be putting this whole thing up on the network. So big up to my brother, Billy Carson, all the time. Enough respect to our dear brother who's doing wonderful work throughout the community. And let me go straight to the paid advertisers that's here. Big up to my dear friend and also a licensed real estate. She's new on the scene of advertisement. Licensed real estate salesperson, Camille Orta. She was a dear friend of mine for many years. You can text or call her to find out more information about buying real estate. Call her or text her at 718-916-9129. That's 718-916-9129, and tell them that King Simon. If you text her and you want to find out how to purchase real estate and all that, she's working between the East Coast right now, certain states in the East Coast, but she'll explain that to you if you give her a call if you want to buy some property or some land. 718-916-9129 is her number. And of course, want to big up Better Health Shop, Better Health Shop. They got great monatomic goals, CMOS, bladder rack. I believe they also have, they definitely have burdock root. Make sure you hit them up at betterhealthshop.etsy.com. And their number is 1-800-820-7822. That's 1-800-820-7822. And of course, another one of our paid advertisers, we have pedalwise.com. Pedalwise.com. Remember, they got all the great female products for fibroids, and she got testimonial on her websites also. So make sure you support pedalwise.com. If you buy in bulk, you can also use the 10% off coupon. That's the 10% off coupon, King 2021. Show them some love and tell them King Simon sent you. And sounded like DJ Red Alert. Here's my teacher, the one, the only, Lloyd Strayhorn, world-renowned astronumerologist. Go take his class before you take my class, because I ain't playing with your ass. Take his class before you take my class, because I ain't playing with your ass. So it is what it is. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. We got great classes on Udemy, but you can get a good deal if you go through his site. All right. Also, if you want to purchase my 4 books, guess what? My 4 books and more are coming. Make sure you go to King Simon the Numerovator on Linktree. That's King Simon the Numerovator on Linktree. Make sure you show that love. And my books are selling, man. Guess what? My book is the first one. Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated is in the top 100 most requested numerology book in history. Just found that out just recently from Lloyd Strayhorn. And when your teacher calls you and say, wow, brother, you made it top 100. I am so honored to be in the top 100 as the most requested numerologist and numerology book in the world. That's what Lloyd has said. His and my book are in the top 100. So that's beautiful. Also, if you want to do a numerovation session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And if you live outside of the United States of America, please use WhatsApp. If you live outside of Puerto Rico and outside of Hawaii and outside of the U.S. Virgin Islands, use WhatsApp. That means if you live in the Caribbean, if you live in Africa, if you live in England, use WhatsApp, family. Fastest way to get in contact with me is via text. And you got to text me either regular phone or via WhatsApp. And last but not least, we always got to put the disclaimer in the building. Yeah, baby. Content disclaimer. Views, comments, and opinions expressed by guests, speakers, or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by the channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Great. All right. So what I'm going to do is put my face on the board. All right. Y'all gonna learn today. That's all I can tell you right now. Look at my new shirt, man. Stop playing. African, Cuban, Jamaican, maroon who lives in Brooklyn, baby. That's me. That's my descendancy. A lot of stuff going on in my blood. A lot of stuff. But before we're about to bring on this beautiful sister, I just want to make sure that I get to her bio, her brief bio on top. If anything, you could always read her bio, her complete bio online. She got a long, extensive bio, but it is what it is. But if you want to find out more information about the sister that we're about to bring on, the beautiful Elmira, I want to make sure you go to her website. This is her website right here, the Self-Care Boss. She bossed it up. That's what I'm talking about. So before we go into that, Elmira Loftin, therapist and coach. She says, I help creatives be a self-care boss. Massage healed me from childhood trauma and improved my confidence. I use my life experience with abandonment, heartbreak, creating music to heal others. Stop hiding, be bold, and use your gifts. Licensed massage therapist, certified death doula, wow, vocal coach, and of course, my official release and also trigger point therapy. We want to welcome this beautiful sister who has so many speaking topics she deals with. She has so many notable accomplishments that she deals with. She has a media appearance that she's dealt with over the years, and she is education and credentials are big. I'm telling you, Elmira's program stems from not only becoming a self-care boss, but it goes all the way about making 2K, 20K as a massage therapist, as a business owner. We want to welcome right here on the virtual stage for the first time on King Simon Presents, the one, the only, Elmira Loftin. Let's give a round of applause, baby. Self-care boss is in the building. What's up, self-care boss?
Thank you. Thank you. I was not ready for all of that.
It's all right, girl. I make it sound like Jesus walking on water.
Right.
How you doing? How you feeling today?
Doing well, doing fantastic.
That's good. We are black-tastic all day, every day.
I
You know what I'm
like
saying?
that word. I like that.
I'm not gonna say I discovered it. Is the one, the only Dr. Ray Hagans that used to say that a lot. The black-tastic. So he always put that black in front of fantastic, and we made it black-tastic or melanin, melitastic, whatever we want to call it. We could call it melatastic. You know what I'm saying? We be making up words up in their streets, in these streets, okay? First and foremost, I want to thank you for such short notice, sister, and your sacred woman companion, what you call it, partner and friend. She reached out to you in last moment, and you heeded the call. And I am honored that I'm just co-hosting for her because she's the one that will be hosting the conversations with Anusa as we continue to move forward with this particular program on a Tuesday. How you feeling today? How's the family?
Everybody's doing great. We're actually getting prepared for a wedding. My little brother is getting married on Saturday. So, yeah.
Wow. Congratulations. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah, let's give him a round of applause. That's what I'm talking about. Black men need to get married. That's right. We do need to get married again. Woo! Man, I did it 3 times, and I think I'll do it one more time. Or
You're gonna do it again?
I think I'll just have a life partner and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Just life partners and stuff and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Forget all that. I don't know if I'm going to do the regular paperwork anymore. You know what I'm saying? The regular paperwork is just no good for me. When we didn't have the paperwork, we was good. When we got the paperwork, then we messed up. I don't know how this worked. But I'm glad. Tell your brother I send salute to him, and I'm honored. I'm honored that he's getting married. And first and foremost, I understand you're also a sacred woman under the tutelage of the great Queen Afua. Let's give her a round of applause also. My dear sister, I've known her since the 80s. And tell us, how did you embark upon that journey and why, my dear?
Oh, well, a lot of stuff in my life seems to happen by chance. I actually purchased the book about a couple of years ago, and I picked up the book, but it didn't make any sense to me. I read excerpts from it and was like, oh, I like this. I like this. And then last year came around, and I noticed there was an actual program. And in the fall, I almost purchased public relations for my business as opposed to doing the Queen Afua program. But now I am so happy I embarked on the Queen Afua program. And the reason why is I'm always looking for ways to heal myself emotionally, spiritually, to become a better person, because I'm like a lifelong learner and I always want to grow. And Queen Afua is one of those people, and the book itself just focuses on the womb, which is at the core of womanhood. And that was something I wasn't really taught growing up, specifically about the womb. And so getting into the program, I was excited about learning, womb health and what it means to talk to your womb. What is your womb saying?
Mm-hmm.
what it,
Mm-hmm.
what traumas, all of
Mm-hmm.
that.
Right, 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 right. And that led you on that journey, huh?
Hmm.
And I know it can be a very vigorous journey with Queen is a Leo spirit, and she tries to make sure things people are accountable of what's going on. Because I know, that there's a journey when you deal with sacred woman, but there was a journey before you got into it also. What was that journey like as before you became secret woman? Because a lot of some people sisters don't think they need therapy, or they don't think they need this type of guidance. What made you say, you know what, I'm gonna make this happen, I gotta do this?
For me, in the past, I had done some life coaching. I
Mm-hmm.
did other types of therapy, and this was just the next step. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, the program was rigorous because when we first started, when Queen Afua said, "You ladies, you sisters are going to have to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning," I said, "What?" And,
Yeah.
and granted, I'm an early riser, but the critical part of that is it's the time when you get your nuggets, you get the messages
Mm-hmm.
from spirit, the messages from God, and when you're up at the wee
Mm-hmm.
hours in the morning, you do receive that. And
Mm-hmm.
it was hard for me at first, the waking up, the change in my diet, because the only meat I was still eating was chicken. I had to
Mm-hmm.
give that up. It was so much. I said, what are we doing? but but during the program, I started to understand why, because I felt myself just shedding
Mm-hmm.
layers that had been there for years, and it took though that focus and that discipline to do it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, a lot. Again, brothers and sisters that are tuning in, we are speaking to our beloved guest for our first show on conversations, which would usually feature a dear sister Anusa, but we have right now with us, we have Elmira Loftin, and she's our guest. She's also a massage therapist. She's a sacred woman practitioner and a graduate of the Sacred Women's The Rites of Passage. You want to contact her to get in that type of consultations over the phone or what have you, or if you're in her area to get a massage or whatever, you can also contact her via the telephone number on there. That's 615-746-7606. That's 615-746-7606. Her email is on here, her Cash App is on here, and her PayPal if you want to spread love. I always say, spread love, you got to spread love sometimes, because people need that love to show that you appreciate what they're doing in the community. So I am very honored to have her. So, with what you just said, there's always a before and after effect, you know, because you said you was already into the business. Well, you're already into the massaging, right? You was already into
Mhm.
massaging and
Yes,
and
yes.
healing through that. And now sometimes as a healer yourself, because massage therapy is a form of healing. So sometimes as a healer yourself, do you find it hard to assist others with healing when you feel that you probably wasn't totally healed yourself?
Definitely. Because
Mm-hmm.
I can, and I'll give you an example and a story of that. When I first
Great.
graduated massage therapy
Mm-hmm.
school,
Mm-hmm.
I felt there was a need for me to that was the first time I got life coaching. I just
Mm-hmm.
something in me was like, you need to be healed in order for you to help other people. And so I consulted a life coach in Virginia, where I'm from,
Mm-hmm.
because I knew if I wasn't healthy and whole, or at least you
Mm-hmm.
know, on the way to being whole, I couldn't help anybody else. And I still feel that to this day. It's one reason I don't take clients on a daily basis. I set aside my schedule is 4 days a week, and I'm very particular about the clients which I do accept, because I
Mm-hmm.
understand that energy exchange, and I understand, okay, I have to be healed to be at my best to serve you.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. And I also went to school for massage therapy, so I totally understand. And we like, I think Ian Levant Zant said, another one of our great elders. She said we can really, in this realm, we probably won't never be fully healed, but
Mm-hmm.
we can learn to manage our strengths and manage our weaknesses and strengthen our strengths. That we're at least on the process of healing, because the transitional state, you want to find balance before you transition, because that's what ma'at is all about, finding that balance so you can be accepted amongst the ancestral realm, and with the proper heart weighing against the feather. So I totally get what we're doing, what all of us, and Dr. Sabi used to say, healers need healing. So who are the ones that heal you, my dear? Who gives you the massage? Who sits and talks to you when it's time that you need to you know tone down, and after getting all that energy, because massaging is energy exchange also. So who helps you to do that, my sister?
Well, my biggest thing I do is get massages.
Exactly.
And I actually have several therapists who I visit because it depends on what I need at that time. So I have a therapist who's for when I need like that spiritual balance. I have other therapists who I visit if it's like I've been running a lot and it's like I need that deep tissue type sports massage.
Mm-hmm.
But massage therapy has been the number one resource that I use. And of course, I consider exercising as
Mm-hmm.
healing. So in the past, I've had a personal trainer, which he helped me out tremendously because sweating is a way to let go of all that is worrying you, all that is, that could, be a weight on your shoulders. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, those are just a couple of things that I do.
To do what you got to do to make things happen in your life. Go, good, good. And I suggest all those healers out there, or people that feel that they are healers in any, because Dr. Sabi used to say, women are the true healers. That's what he would say. And I believe the union of the male and the female is also the healing factor for the family. So that divine masculine and divine feminine is very important to unite with, and put that together so we can see some type of healing facilitated through those two divine energies. Now, I understand that you're also a death doula. Now, and I don't want you to explain, because I've heard transitional doula, which is probably the same thing, but
Hmm.
I've heard friends of mine who's also a trans, which is funny because you're born under the energy of the two, and she's born under the energy of the two also, which is very interesting to me. So that y'all would choose, and she's also a sacred woman also, which is interesting that y'all would also choose the.
Yeah, how about that?
Is that something? She lives in Tanzania right now, so big up to her, Natasha Dezzoni. Big up to Natasha, good friend of mine. Now, I've had her on the show before. Now, tell us about that, because we've heard of the birthing doulas. Now, transitional doulas. What happens in this process of the death doulas? The death doula. What is the process there, my sister?
Okay, deaf doula, I
Mm-hmm.
basically can assist with anything non-medical associated with death.
Mm-hmm.
And it can start before you even get a diagnosis. For example, I could sit down with a 25-year-old and discuss with him his will or how he wants his funeral to be or whatever, or help him get over some fears surrounding death. And one example of something I've done for a client, I actually spent the night for the term of a week with a
Mm-hmm.
client, and I massaged her before she went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
She had a brain tumor and it was terminal. And
Wow.
I was there with her every night, 12 hours, made sure she ate, got up,
Mm-hmm.
was able to use the bathroom. I helped her write out cards to her children
Mm-hmm.
because she wasn't going to be around and her
Mm-hmm.
children were young. And so
Mm.
she wrote out cards for each year. Hey, I see the people chiming in.
Yeah.
Um, she wrote out cards for each year
Mm-hmm.
that she was not going to be there. So she had a card for age 11, 12, 13, and that's the type of stuff I can do as a deaf doula. And it
Mm.
doesn't have to be gory
Right.
or, like, because people hear
Right.
death, but my thing about death is life.
Mm.
If you are living, you should not be afraid to die. And that's what I want people to understand with me being a death doula is changing the conversation around death. And I even when I'm sitting here in my office right now, when
Mm-hmm.
I have conversations with my clients, death may come up. And
Mm.
we have to discuss it because it's associated with the body and what I do as a healer, body worker, massage therapist. All it is your spirit leaving the body. I mean,
Yeah, right, right,
sometimes we yeah,
right, right.
but yeah, I just as a deaf doula, that's what I do. I assist you. I don't tell you what to do. I
Mm-hmm.
listen so I can work with people who are Buddhists. I can work with you if you're Catholic. It doesn't matter.
Okay, okay, okay. That's a wonderful thing to do because I said to someone one time before, I said, as much as we have birth and doulas, we should have the transitional doulas, the death doula.
Mhm.
To of course that word death scares everybody because everybody want to go to heaven, but they don't want to die. That's what
You're
we used
right about that. That should be a song. Is that a song?
in the reggae song back in the day. Back in the day. And it's the truth. People want to go to heaven, but nobody want dead. You know what I'm saying? We used to say that back in Jamaica. So, it's it's something interesting because I really discovered this transitional debt doula subject or path probably 5 years ago. That's when I really, learned about it and all that.
Mhm.
Have any one of you, have anyone written a book on this? Or have you decided to think about writing a book on that, on this whole thing to help
Actually,
people?
there are some books, and I could write one with myself, but there's
Hmm.
an organization called Doula Givers, and there's multiple. I actually attended a Deaf Doula Summit because, of course,
Mm,
it's international.
right.
And by communicating with other doulas, other people, and end of life, we start to learn more. But yes, there are multiple books written on the
Mm.
subject.
And people that are just tuning in, we have Elmira Loftin, Sister Elmira Loftin. She's not only a massage therapist and a sacred woman, but she's a death doula. She's also a vocal coach, and she is a trigger point therapy, which I want to talk about before. And vocal coach, I basically know what that is, but we can talk about that also. The contact her, please call her or text her at 615-746-7606. That's 615-746-7606. Her email is there. Of course, her Cash App is there. And her PayPal is there, so we can help in the business that she's doing because obviously you are self-employed, right? Is that the truth? I know.
Yes, yes, I am.
Yeah, so she's not going back and forth with a job. This is something that she does. And when you go to her website, as you see on the board, www.theselfcareboss.com, you see a lot of her accolades and a lot of the things that she's done. I mean, her topics are vast. And I wanted to touch on the trigger point therapy and what does that mean, because I remember writing that in my book about triggers in my book Numerovation for Mental Stability. And I remember experienced a trigger briefly with a friend in Georgia, and it was I guess she would say that I was very aggressive. So that
Uh-oh.
aggressive in the sense on how I responded verbally, because it was something that was reminded of something that my mother and older women in my family used to do a lot. And once I'm a person, if you tell me once and maybe twice,
you don't have to tell me again. I'm going to do what's necessary, especially if it's around the house and if it's immediate. But if you keep on being, if you're sounding naggy and you're sounding like them, then that trigger might comes up from that past of what those parents or those aunts used to do. I mean, one of my aunts, she had the nerve to even smack me in the head while she was doing when I was a child, and I never forgot that. That's why I don't even talk to her that much. I'll just
Oh,
show her respect, show her my love, but I'm out of that area because I don't like people touching my head. I don't like none of that kind of stuff. I don't do that. But I'm a grown ass man now. So, but she did that as a child, and I still remember that every time I see her. So, tell us about that trigger point therapy and how important it is to understand your triggers and be able to deal with your triggers, please.
oh my goodness, it's very important. And what you were
Yeah,
alluding to is the triggers
yeah.
that set us off. They could be emotional, spiritual. What ends up happening with the trigger point therapy, I work with the body. There's
Mm-hmm.
actually those triggers will settle in your body. And
Mm-hmm.
we and you know this because
Yeah.
you're a massage therapist, but they show up as knots.
Yes.
And yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be from just like you expressed the story of your aunt, it could be from
Mm-hmm.
something stemming from something like that. When she first did that action,
Yeah.
some spot hit your neck. Now
Yeah.
when you go get your massage session, you have
Mm-hmm.
the spot that's in your neck. And it
Mm-hmm.
originated from there. And it's what I educate my clients on with the trigger point therapy. Those knots, if it's in your arm, your neck, your shoulder, are not always physical.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they are, but a lot of times they are triggered from something that happened emotionally,
Yep.
spiritually, and
Mm-hmm.
you forget about it. And what I do with my clients, I help them to make the connections. Like,
Mm-hmm.
when does this hurt?
Right.
When did that not show up? How often does it hurt when you sleep? Those types of things.
Yeah. No, no, that's real. And I tell people all the time that we compartmentalize a lot, especially in my sessions when I do numerovation, because I'm here to maximize the use of your numbers. I'm not here to read people. Because
Mhm.
if you don't know yourself by now, then especially when you reach into your 30s and 40s, then what have you been doing here all your life? I'm like, so I want you to use the numbers that is closest to you, like your birthday and your names that transpose to numbers, and help it to benefit you and take you to the next level of your life or in the next cycle and sequence. So I understand those trigger points. I understand those trigger points even well because a lot of us have triggers from what our parents have did, abandonment triggers, all those different types of things show up. And I can attest to that because I've gone through my own little therapy with different elders and all that to relieve myself under that and realize that, and I want the people audience to understand that none of us are devoid from that. There's some type of trigger that you may have, especially our people. Our people have been through triggers since slavery and colonialism and all the abuse that we've had, and it's still in the DNA and the blood. And we got to learn to find, again, although we might not be thoroughly healed in this realm, we still got to learn to strengthen our strengths and manage our weakness. You know what I'm saying? So I commend anyone that does that. Dr. Africa was a psychotherapist for 13 years. And
Mm.
he told me that personally in his living room, and told many others that probably trained under him, he said they had to go to other therapists and sit in a circle and diffuse each other from what they was enduring as far as therapy with all these other crazy people. I'm just saying that's what he said because Dr. Africa was Aquarian that said what he meant and mean what he say. But he,
Yeah, he was so direct. He used to out, watching his lectures, he
yeah,
had me laughing. I
yeah,
just be
what he
like,
do?
did he say that?
But he's born on the 27th of January. So that 2-7, which is a 9, is that direct say what I mean what I say, and wherever the wherever the bottles fall or wherever the dominoes fall, that's where it lays. That's him. Because he came out of that vigorous lifestyle of registered nurse in the military, not just in regular hospitals. So he was there during war times and all that kind of stuff. So we don't understand what depth of information he had even from that, because a lot of hospice was formed around military. Hospice and hospital work was formed around military because of the wars. They needed it. You know what I'm saying? So being a psychotherapist, he used to tell me that they had to talk each other down at the end of the week, or the end of the day. And so I pray that that you don't get too many people that's a little cray cray and and
No, I don't. Some, but no. No.
I know you got to be a little careful, right? Now, those that are just tuning in, we're not going to keep our sister too long, but we are speaking with Elmira Loftin. She's our guest for tonight. Again, the host would have been our dear Sister Anusa, who will be hosting conversations. But we have a conversation with this beautiful sister today. Not only is she a massage therapist, she's a sacred woman practitioner, and she's a debt doula, vocal coach, trigger point therapist, and she's also deal with mass communication. I mean, this sister is just doing what she do. So make sure you support her in any way. Give her a call if you want some consultation, even on what you need to do self massaging if you live far away from her. Maybe she could do a Zoom call and all that kind of stuff. But this is how we serve the community. This is how we help the community. Her number is 615-746 7606. That's 615-746 7606. And I'm honored because the stuff she got on her website, and I want to talk about the website and the self-care boss. What is that website all about? Tell our audience, what is that website all about, and what's the importance of being the self-care boss that you have put out there so eloquently? Please.
Well, for me, it's a lifestyle that everyone should adopt. And part of it was being in the Sacred Woman program. It's taking control. That's the
Mm-hmm.
boss piece of caring for yourself. Some of
Mm-hmm.
us take better care of other people, our
Mm-hmm.
car, our house, our
Mm-hmm.
spouse, everything, but then we're ignoring ourselves. I developed this specifically for business owners, but it's not just for business owners, to develop a self-care plan, which includes massage therapy. It could be going on solo trips. It could be, it's all about you discovering what is it you need to
Mm-hmm.
be the optimum person you want to be. And this
Mm-hmm.
involves, do you want to lose 5 pounds or 30 pounds? Do you need to get a personal trainer? That was me. And
Mm-hmm.
you'll start figuring out, I need to do this for me, nobody else. I'll give you something about self-care boss with me. I dress up when I do my massages. You may find me wearing a dress similar to this, and people are like, well, why aren't you wearing scrubs? Because that's what I want to wear. Because I
Exactly.
know for me to be a self-care boss, to feel a certain way, to present my brand and who I am, this is what I want to wear. And if I'm not going to wear it to do massages, where else am I going? I'll dress up to go to the grocery store. You have to take care of yourself. And I teach men and women how to do this, because sometimes we're going back to like the deaf doula thing. We'll say,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'll do that when I retire. Why don't you do it today? What is your problem?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I want people to do what you want to do. Activate your life right now. Don't wait.
That's right. That's right. And you what's so interesting, family, on her website, if you go to her website right now, especially in about her, about Elmira, you'll find in her bio, she has some various programs like becoming a self-care boss, 31 days to self-discovery. Hi, bye. I'm too shy, of course, an introvert guide to networking, self-care boss transformation program, establish a self-care plan, heal, get massages, and unlock
the real you in 30 days. Jumpstart your massage business program, coaching business basics to teach you how to earn your first 20K as a massage business owner. And there's one other thing that you said in this. You said one of the topics that you speak on is overworked and undersexed.
Yes.
That's interesting. Please speak on that and speak on the various programs that you do and provide for our people, please.
Okay, since the hot button is the overworked and undersexed, I've been saying this for years, but what it comes down to as part of us being a self-care boss, many of us are overworked and undersexed.
Mm-hmm.
And I see somebody saying we only have one life to live. That's one of my sisters right there.
Yes, yes. Hey, sis, what's up, Miss Loftin? Coretta, what's up, Coretta?
Um, and by undersexed, I mean it's not just sexual activity,
Right,
intercourse, it's intimacy.
right.
We are so focused on work that we don't have time for relationships, we don't have time for ourselves, we don't have time to take the kids to the amusement park, whatever it is, and I call that
Mm-hmm.
being undersexed.
Right.
And it's what I speak about because our sexuality is encompasses so much. It's not just, oh, I
Mm-hmm.
want to have sex with a man.
Right, right, right,
that's
right.
not it. And some of the other programs that I have, I do coaching.
Mm-hmm.
I have a like a 30-day program where people can learn to be a self-care boss. They essentially go through the steps I took and they get a massage and healing session once a
Mm.
week.
Wow.
And I have the books available, ebooks available,
Mm.
which you mentioned. One of them is Becoming a Self-Care Boss, 31 Days to Self-Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No, going back to the overworked and on the sex thing, because people think that sex is just entering and indulging in each other, when sometimes just a basic touch and a kiss, sometimes
Yes.
a massage. That's why I love massage. My hands heat up even when I massage, and I used to heat up even hotter when I was younger. I guess I had all that energy, but
Yeah,
and
you still got the energy
I,
though.
I still got the energy. I helped somebody with their leg recently, and they were swollen at the bottom of the leg, and I was able to move the energy, moving it towards the heart to circulate the blood flow, all that negative energy you wanted to get out of there, and it helped. And she was able to walk right off of my table. So
Mm.
I understood that because she was limping, and so I was able to help her circulate. And then she born under a number that also leads to the heart and circulation. So I totally understood. That's why when you learn either numerology or medical astrology or something like that, you can study the body, different parts of the bodies to help foster better health because you know that person's birthday or you know that sign. That can also be very helpful. Dr. Africa wrote it in his book, the textbook of African holistic health. So very important book to get if you have to. So in that sense about the going back to intimacy on just sitting with someone and just watching a movie sometimes is a form of intimacy, and reading a book with them or practicing tantra, whatever. I'm getting more into that now, my tantric stuff I'm studying now, so I think that's very important. But I'm glad that someone like you is also have classes. And again, family, please go to her website has a lot of information, a lot of topics that she deals with, a lot of things that she covers as I'm looking at it right now. And a lot of speaking topics she has, but definitely Elmira's programs to help program you to be a better person, to be your wisest, your highest, and your wisest in this learning center called the Earth plane that we're in right now. So, now, as far as working with Queen Afua, as far as going through the sacred woman thing, going back to that, how was that experience? Because I know sisters get a whole nother experience other than the brothers. So how was that experience working with Queen, in your experience and going through the sacred woman program?
Wow. It was amazing and remarkable because I didn't know what to expect every week. Because
Mhm.
each week we ventured into a new gateway. So we would have Tahuti, Ma'ad, Meshkanet,
Mhm.
and it was lots of tears.
Mhm.
Um, we had multiple sister circles. I literally felt like I was in college again, like spiritual
Mhm.
college. I can
Mhm.
describe it that way because we met 3 times a week. Like we had the main meeting we did on Sundays. Then we also had a smaller sister circle, and then we had like a Thursday night academy. And
Mhm.
so it was intense. It
Mhm.
was lots of knowledge. I have many journals of things I wrote, and the greatest thing is I can look back and see my growth. I can
Right.
see it in my pictures, I can feel it in my spirit. It's just amazing. My skin, because I started eating better.
Yeah.
So the program itself was intense, but worth it because it was like, we just finished with the Olympics. It was like training for the Olympics. It was
Queen
literally.
and Queen ain't no easy sister to keep up with now. Y'all playing games. And I tell
No, because she had us doing that womb yoga. I ain't do all of it. I mean, you you can't, because in when you start, I know this was me and some of the
right,
other sisters too, you tell
right,
yourself, I'm going to do it all. I'm going to do this, and then you start beating up on yourself when you don't wake up on time every day, but then you
right.
start to realize it's okay. Give
Yeah,
yourself grace. Because you've made progress. Look at where you were at week 1 when we were in Gateway 1, and look at where you are now in Gateway 6. You're
right.
doing phenomenal. You're doing amazing.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, Queen has definitely formulated something over the years. It wasn't always perfect in the beginning, but I know first time graduates and I know graduates that just graduated recently, and I see the transformation. Even with the first time graduates whom I've had on here, Priestess Yendez, I've had, who was one of the first time graduates, and she's been running her business for over 30 years right now, her own
Oh,
independent,
wow.
just because of what she gained the knowledge from Queen Afua, Dr. Africa, Baba Heru, and all the great ones, Dr. Sabi, and all the great ones. And that's what I commend people like Queen, that carried that mantle to educate the sisters, to give them guidance, to take them to the next. And I do recommend her. I recommend her program all the time. I recommend also Queen Neat, also from healatlanta.com. Those who want to contact Queen Afua, you can go to queenafua.com if you want to join that. Matter of fact, recently I just recommended the both of them. And I always tell people to choose because Queen Neat came from under also studying with her and various other people. But I tell people to choose contact and whatever energy you feel from those programs or those people that answer the phone. That's why family is very important. That if you have a healing business, like sisterhood stuff, whoever answers your phone is going to be very important. Who deals with who can either guide a person in or run a person away. Business. You got to remember this is it's 90%, it's 10% show, but 90% business, even in the healing field. You know what I'm saying? We got to recognize that. And Queen is running a business. So is this sister Elmira Loftin running a business. So it's all about circulating the funds. The more you circulate, the more abundantly it comes back to you. And I want people that's watching us to listen very carefully to what I'm saying because sisters like her have gone through what they had to go through. They've gone through the Sacred Woman program. She's gone through a massage therapist program, which up now, back in the day, was only 5,000 hours. Now it's 10,000 hours. You know what I'm saying? This is a doctoral program now as far as with massage therapy. That's why I got my certification. I never got my license, so I might have to go for the license. So back in the day, it was easy to get a certification. Now you got to go to the license and get, if you want to open up your own business. I can only touch under another licensed therapist. That's as a certified person. But I cannot open a business and run a business as a massage therapist unless I get my license. So I got it. I understand, and I'm more likely, I might have to do it. I just to accomplish that because I got a certificate hanging on the wall. But when you get that license and that number, it's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to be respectful of what you're doing. Now, last but not least, my dear, I'm going to put this up on the screen because you say you are a vocal coach. Now, I've sang many years. I've been singing for many years, and I've always watched and listened to vocal coach. I never took one officially. My son did, who was also an excellent singer, but I used to watch and mimic them, the opera singers and all that, their breathing techniques. I used to watch them, and that's how I learned to develop my musical apparatus for singing and all of that. So what led you into being a vocal coach, and have you done any albums, any songs? What's going on? How can people support that also with you?
Yes, I have released some albums. I used to be a part of a duo, and I've released a solo project as
Okay.
well. You can find me on Instagram under Maria Music.
Okay.
And in terms of being a vocal coach, people asked me to there because I've sang and performed for so many years. I got requested to do this national event and to help these singers get prepared for a show. And then I've done it for other individuals too. It's not something that I focus on, but I can definitely help people because the way I see it is just preparing you to use your voice, whether that is singing, speaking, and yes.
Because I know singing is also a form of healing, and I believe people who have the qualifications to use their voice to heal. Even when I used to do massage, I would hum or sing a motivational song in the ear so they can also pick up the motivation of what's saying to the massage. I incorporate that. I never made a CD for it. No, I've sang reggae. That's what I used to sing, and I went up to number 5 on the reggae charts back in the day. So I've been to the charts, but as far as recognizing my voice as a soothing voice that can help heal people, sometimes we have to use sound therapy of the throat, the throat and sound therapy of that throat chakra and make it happen. So I hope you continue to do that, and I hope people come to you for that. And have you ever made any massage CDs with your voice over it, affirmational CDs yet?
Not yet, but that is something I hope to do because during Sacred Woman, there were a lot of songs that were presented to me, spiritually. They just downloads, they just were flowing, the exact words, melodies.
That's
and
right.
I have the materials, I just haven't released it yet.
Okay, well, sister, I just wanted everybody to experience our first guest for conversations. I want everybody to support our dear sister Elmira. Very powerful name. I got to read the numbers on that name because that's a powerful name. Loftin, and she's a massage therapist, sacred woman, and a business is just, of course, support her. Give her a call. Email her, cash app her, send her some PayPal love. You don't have to send me nothing. Send her to her if you have to. And again, go to her website and show her some love because, this is the time to become a self-care boss yourself, family. Everyone in there and that's watching or that will watch this program after we put it up, we have the propensity to become a self-care boss because it's about self and care and being a boss at it. You know what I'm saying? Be that boss. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're a boss, you'll never be fired. You never can be fired if you're a boss. So be your own boss. You know what I'm saying? And work interdependently with others because that's how we're going to circulate the fun. And once again, that's her website. And once again, we want to thank you, my sister, for coming on.
Thank you.
and for allowing me to interview you at such short notice. Thank you very much. I want to thank all of your family and congratulations to your brother that's getting married. Give him another well-deserved round of applause. I understand he's born the same day I'm born, February 1st.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Y'all got something in common.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, my brother. Believe me, it's hard for Aquarius to get married sometimes. So please, I'm happy for you. You know, you born you're telling me born the same day as Rick James, Langston Hughes, and a reggae star named Dennis Brown back in the day. So yeah, he's born under some great people. So tell him to stay focused and leave that legacy with the beautiful Empress that
And
he's.
oh yeah, he's gonna leave a legacy. Guess what his name is?
What's his name?
Solomon.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Simon, Solomon, Simeon. It's all the
Right.
same. Wow. Okay. Well, hey, again, wish him congratulations as he jumped that broom. Give him another round of applause. Give you another round of applause again. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
And we hopefully we'll talk again and speak again. And I enjoyed the presence. And hopefully next time Anusa will be here and she'll bring you on to talk to you and make it happen. Okay.
Sounds great. Thank you again.
All right. You be safe out there. Thank you. One love. That's our sister, the one, the only Elmira Loftin. What a great sister, man. Give her another well-deserved round of applause. Yes. Make sure you go to our website. All of our accolades, everything is on the website. Thank you. Awesome interview. Thank you. Thank you. The universe. Wonderful job, sis. Okay. Wilhelmina, that must be one of her sisters. Okay, big up Wilhelmina. What's up, Wilhelmina? Of course, I had some of the family from the great Elmira. Y'all got some names there. Elmira, Wilhelmina. Y'all got the old school names. I like that. Coretta, I think it was Coretta. Yeah, Coretta. Oh my goodness. Got Coretta's in the building also. Loftin, man, she got a big family. Big up to the whole family, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Oh, man. Okay, so let's get ready to close out, family. This has been a new show. This is a new show that our dear sister is really going to make happen. Hi, Wilhelmina. And our dear sister is going to make happen. This is officially her show. She's also a sacred woman. It's called Conversation with Anusa. She'll be hosting her show by herself. I'm not the co-host of that, but she'll be bringing on special guests. Right now, she's under the weather, so please show her some love. You can contact the host, Sacred Woman Anusa. Send her some love and encourage her to come and actually do the show herself. Her IG is Nubian_goddess. That's Nubian_goddess. You should see her name, Anusa. That's one of her spiritual names that she was given. So enough respect to her. I know she's probably watching. And although she's under the weather, we want to make sure we send all the healing love to our sister. Enough respect to her all the time. And for even thinking about doing the show. And she's the one that came on last minute. She's the one that called her friend and texted her friend, Elmira, last minute. And we got Elmira on. Once again, give Anusa a well-deserved round of applause. Let's give her a round of applause. Yeah. Our beautiful sister. Get well, Anusa. We'll talk to you later. All right, as we continue to go on and move on to what's coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow. We got a brother named Trust Graham. Tomorrow. We got a brother named Trust Graham coming in to teach the importance of research and critical thinking. This brother here is an awesome brother, and he's going to be on at 12 noon. 12 noon tomorrow. All right. 12 noon tomorrow. He will be with me tomorrow at 12 noon. Live and direct. Also, let's big up what I'm doing on Thursday. This is what I'm doing on Thursday, family. Make sure you log in and log on to Forbidden Knowledge TV. My brother Billy Carson invited me to speak, and he will be interviewing me. The one, the only Billy Carson will be interviewing me. Oh my goodness, that's like Dr. Africa interviewed me back in the day. I think I'm going to reshare that and put that up. Dr. Africa interviewed me with my books. Billy Carson bought my books and has interviewed me. So this is going to be powerful as we speak about the spiritual power of numerology. Yes. You've heard Billy Carson on the Coast to Coast. You've heard Billy Carson on Brother Rich's show. Big up to Brother Rich, who I support 100% all the time. As Rich will tell you, I am the oldest, longest running advertiser on his show. Brother Rich will tell you that. I've been advertising on Brother Rich basically from when he started on YouTube. I love Brother Rich. That's my brother. Him and I come back from the streets of New York, so it is what it is. Also, want to welcome one of our newest sponsors, the one, the only, Camille Orta. Big up to Camille Orta. She's a licensed real estate salesperson. And I'm telling your family, show us some love if you want to buy some real estate. They're right there in Flatbush, Brooklyn. So, but she can cover some grounds on the East Coast. Make sure you hit her up, text her, or call her right now at 718-916-9129 and tell her that King Simon referred you. If you want to buy some property, get a condo, or get some information on how to do it, how to get your credit right, and how to get your credit straight, give her a call, text her, call her at 718-916-9129. That's 718-916-9129 and tell her that King Simon referred you. Those who want to take my course, my Numerovation course is already up and running. I got a special rate for this month, and if you're interested in taking the course, please text me. It's 8 hours, family, so I'm just warning you, pre-warn you that it's 8 hours, and you could watch it at your convenience because the link will be yours. And if you live outside of the United States, please text me via WhatsApp, 347-496-1022. And you can also pay via PayPal if you live outside of the United States, or if you're in the United States and you use Cash App, you could pay me via Cash App. I'm serious about So please respect what we're doing in the midst of all that's going on. If you want to take my class, I shut off for a brief moment, but I'm back on. So just want to make sure that was a little computer glitch. There's been a rainstorm out here in New York, so please forgive me for any computer technical difficulties. It is what it is. Let me big up what's next. Let me big up my other sponsors, family, before we get off the air. I do have to say the Dr. Delbert Blair prayer, as usual, as we usually do. Big up to Lloyd Strayhorn, one of my teachers, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Make sure you go to his website and support, show some love, take his classes, get his books, join his newsletter, get his newsletter, all of that. Here's Better Health Shop. Make sure you support Better Health Shop. Make sure you go to their website. They got burdock root. They got soursop. They got sea moss. They got monatomic gold. They got colloidal silver. Support them. Text them if you want to do a consultation about any of their products. 1-800-820-7822. That's 1-800-820-7822. And don't forget pedalwise.com. Pedalwise.com is available for all female needs, especially fibroid tumors and tumors of all kinds. Pedalwise can help you. Make sure you get their gift pack. Their gift pack is big, so make sure you use this 10% off coupon, King 2021. That's King 2021, and tell them that King Simon referred you. All right. Last but not least, there is my books. Make sure you get my books. You can go to the Linktree link for all my books. That's King Simon the Numerovator. That's King Simon the Numerator. Get my books. All of them are available right now on Amazon, and the Linktree takes you straight there. And of course, if you want to do a Numerovation session with me, text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022, 347-496-1022, and we will set up a session for you. All right. And if you live outside of the United States, guess what? You can text me via WhatsApp also. Okay. And one more thing before we close out with prayer. Content disclaimer. Views, comments, opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel does not or do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Yes. Once again, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for showing love. Thank you very much for Elmira for coming on. Thank you, Anusa, for bringing us Elmira, and hope you get better well, Anusa. And like I usually say on my particular shows, like Dr. Khalid used to say, regardless of land, label, or language, there's but one God. And like Marcus Mosiah Garvey would say, up you mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. One aim, one love, one aim, and one destiny. Have a great evening. Be safe. We're going to close out with prayer right now as we shut down the music. We're going to close out with prayer, and this is Dr. Delbert Blair's prayer. And those who wish to support Dr. Delbert Blair's legacy, please go to his website, themetacenter2.com. That's themetacenter2.com, and get his books and all the products, the diodes for the phones, and all of the magnets that he sells. Support Dr. Blair. And let's close out with prayer. Come on, family. It's prayer time. Prayer time. Prayer time. Are y'all ready? Like Dr. Blair would say, please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. Let's say it in a group form right now. Ja, Li, Tu, Ich, Ni, Sanji. Please, universal creator, know in our hearts that we love you. Please protect us and this planet on which we live now. Please open our mind, our spirit, and our soul to receive only truth and your love now. Thank you, Dr. Blair, for all that you've shared over the years. Let's give Dr. Blair a well-deserved round of applause. Respect, Dr. Blair. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Family, up next tomorrow, our brother, Sus Graham. Make sure you tune in at 12 noon. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Love and respect, family. Be strong, be at peace, stay focused, and take care of yourself. One love.
This is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovation. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Number are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.